Hello. Okay, children, just check on one side, am I audible? The board is clearly visible, right? And just confirm it through WhatsApp. So anything you need to understand or anything more you want to communicate, you can instead of using the chat, you can use the WhatsApp and send a message. I will revert back to you right away. So just be first thing is I hope everybody is there, right? And just want to just confirm that am I audible clearly and the board is completely visible for you all. Just check on one side, am I audible? Just confirmation from my end, just check whether I am audible completely and the screen is completely visible, student, so that I can just proceed with the sums right away. Okay children, good morning all of you. Welcome to the revision class for class 11. Today my focus would be mostly on trigonometric functions and compound multiple angles, because I believe somewhere compound multiple angles is some sort of some difficulties are there in terms of formula application and all those things and the line of thinking. But whatever we do, they are very good and standard sums. I had really picked up some difficult questions also, so that you understand how the higher weightage sums always comes in the paper. So children, as we go on, let us begin with this wonderful class of revision class 11 on trigonometric functions and compound and multiple angles. So let us begin. So here we go, the first question. As I said, my promise to you all, there is no need to write anything. I will try to share the solution in the PDF format with you all, okay, at the end. So there is no need to write anything for now, okay. So first question comes up here on this particular pattern. If you see this, they are telling prove that whatever the trigonometric form is equal to cot of 3x. Now I want to just make you understand and realize two things. What is that? First, I just want to write the formula for you all now. In fact, you will come to know exactly how I am applying, and after that we might not revert to the formulas, but anyway I will show it to you. So everybody knows that sine of a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. I want the formulas to be handy with you all today on a piece of paper. If you have noted down, you keep it down with you. Then sine of a minus b is equal to sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Then cos a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, and cos of a minus b is nothing but cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Remember, these are the most important standard formulas. From this you can derive all the remaining formulas of compound angles. Compound means what? Two angles. Compound means two or more than two. So two angles compound. Multiple means a single angle, double angle, triple angle, that is called as multiple angle. Anyway, coming to the point, let us see now quickly what we do. Now if you remember this cos c plus cos d, okay, cos c. Now remember one thing I want to just tell you, always consider a plus b as c and a minus b as d, okay. Now I am going to share with you how I am going to use this formula based on this. Keep that in mind. Now this is not compound angles. I would say, see how you understand. There is a product here, sin a cos b, cos a sin b, sin a sin b, cos. This is a product, and this is sum of two or more angles. But whenever it is individual trigonometric addition or subtraction, you have to keep in mind it is always cos c plus cos d, sin c plus sin d, sin c minus sin d, whatever stuff it is. First thing, let us come to the LHS. LHS. Now LHS I am writing it out for you all once again. Cos 4x plus cos 3x plus cos 2x divided by sin 4x plus sin 3x plus sin 2x. Now remember, today's lecture is a very important lecture for all of us, because I am going to tell you what should be the line of thinking. Normally students always get confused which formula to apply. So that's why there I am going to play an important role for you to understand. So if you see this, nothing of these formulas can apply. So but you can see this cos c plus cos d. So immediately cos c plus cos d. So a plus b c and a minus b is d. So if I add this cos, okay, now bear attention. Okay, first of all, there are three. Now you have cos C plus cos D. You don't have cos C plus cos D plus cos E. So now what is the pairing? That is very important. You look at the angles. 4x plus 2x, 6x divided by 2. Because it's C plus D by 2. C plus D by 2. So 4x plus 2x divided by 2 is nothing but 3x. So what I am going to do, I am going to pair this and this. Okay. Now see how I apply the formula. I am talking about cos C plus cos D, because 4x plus 2x. Cos C plus cos D is what? Now when I add the cos, when I add the individual cos, it will change to product. And when I apply the product, it will be individual cos. So when I add, it is cos C plus cos D. I am specifically pairing 4x plus 2x, because 4x plus 2x divided by 2 is 3x, which becomes compatible with the middle ratio. That's the reason I am doing it. So pairing is also equally important. So cos C plus cos D. Tell me, if you add this, if you add this, you tell me now, if you add this will get cancelled. That means it will be 2 cos cos. Understanding or not? 2 cos cos. So if you add this, what will happen? This will get cancelled, right? Plus and minus will get cancelled. So 2 cos cos. So this will become, if I add this, I am adding this and this and this. So 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C one second. Okay, see, cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2, and this plus cos 3x as it is upon. Understand what I did? I did 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2, because I paired this and this. Similarly, denominator also, this part and this part I will sin C plus sin D. Look at the formula. Sin C plus sin D. If I add, this will get cancelled. So 2 sin cos. So this will become 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2, and this plus sin 3x as it is. Now if you look at this, 4x plus 2x is 6x, 6x upon 2. So what remains here? It will be 2 cos 3x, 2 cos 3x, and 2x upon 2 is cos x plus cos 3x upon 2 sin 3x, because 4x plus 2x, 6x upon 2 is 3x, cos x plus sin 3x. Now look what is happening. In the numerator, once you reach the application of this formula here, so you can take cos 3x common from the numerator, and what is left out here? 2 cos x plus 1 upon sin 3x I can take common. What remains here? 2 cos x plus 1. Now see what happens. I can cancel this and this. So let me cos 3x upon sin 3x is cot 3x, which is equal to RHS. Difficulty is not there, it's just basic application. So cos C plus cos D, remember cos C plus cos D, individual cos, it is not compound angle, this is compound. Okay, so it's a single trigonometric ratio, cos C plus cos D, then you take this A plus B as C, this portion I am telling, A plus B as C and A minus B as D, right? So what will happen now? It will be 2 cos C plus D by 2 upon C minus D by 2, and then this portion I am writing it as it is over here. Okay, I hope you got this point clear. Just have a go through with this question. Now once you do the application of the formula, in 99% cases you can always take out common. Here I was able to take out common cos 3x and sin 3x. So cos 3x upon sin 3x is nothing but cot 3x. So I hope you got this point clear, children, right? Okay, be careful about it. Now, I think you understood this point. So, let us take the next question now quickly. Okay. Now, again here, now this is a nice question there again. Now, I will come to that formula once again, back to back we will take it. So, they are telling prove that this is sine 20, sine 40, sine 60, sine 80. This is my LHS. They are telling prove that is 3 upon 16. Now, hold on. There is product. If you look at this, just now we did, if you see the formula product, there is a product there, there is a product. Now what this type of product I will tell you, if you see it is sine, 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 sine. So what I am going to do is, you look at this, sine, sine is over here. Okay, now I will come to that formula now, 1 minute, I will just show you. First thing, whenever you have a product of something, it is product into compound. Okay, now hold on. When I look at this question there, sine 60, please try to find a standard angle. If there is a standard angle, put the value directly. Now everybody knows what is sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So what I will do, I will, in place of this, I can just write root 3 by 2. I am not taking what common so that you don't get confused. I am just putting this value and then writing this out. Sine 20, sine 40, sine 80. So in place of this, what I am doing is, okay, in place of this, what I am doing, in place of sine 60, I am writing root 3 by 2. Great. Now hold on. Now if you look at the product, you can take any pair. Suppose if I pair this part properly, sine 20, sine 40, there is no sine sine rule. So, but what is the rule I will tell you? Look at this pattern. Now sine sine was there, so this sine sine is there, so addition of this sine, so that means subtraction of cos. Okay, I will just tell you about sine sine formula now. Oh. Okay, just see this. So what I will do, I will multiply by 2, as is the product, it is 2 sine sine, right, 2 sine sine. So what will happen, on multiply by 2 and divide by 2. So what happens now immediately, let us see, this will be root 3 upon 4, 2 sine 20 sine 40, and here I will write as sine 80 as it is. Now 2 sine A sine B, I want to take you back again. Now come here, look at this. 2 sine A sine B. How I get 2 sine A sine B? If I add this, if I add, it will become minus 2 sine A sine B. So I give you a formula there, 2 subtraction. So that means cos subtraction will give you 2 sine A sine B, but with a minus sign. So I suggest a formula for you directly. What you can do, if you want, you can go ahead with that. So root 3 upon 4. Now 2 sine A sine B is subtraction of cos. So cos of, you can say, if you want, you can take any way round. So okay, chalo, I will just do cos C plus D by 2. 2 sine A cos C plus D. Okay, and if you want, cos C plus D minus cos D minus C, D minus C. Remember ulta, I am not taking the minus sign, 40 minus 20. Okay, now I will just tell you how. See, I am just writing the formula here, 2 sine A sine B. There are many ways to do it. 2 sine A sine B, I can write subtraction of cos it is. So cos of C plus D, that is A plus B, minus cos B minus A. Now instead of this, what they do, they put a minus sign here and then they work out as I showed over here. Okay, so anyway, now right now there is no formula. I am presuming that you have the formula with you, okay, you can just do what you feel comfortable. That is very important for me rather than my convenience. Okay. Now what happens here? This is 20, this is 40 minus 20. So what happens? Root 3 upon 4 cos 60 minus cos, what is this? Cos what? Minus cos, oh there is sin 80, I forgot, cos 20, sin 80. Now hold on, again look at the standard values of angle cos 60. Cos 60 is nothing but 1 by 2, right? So I am writing this here. So root 3 upon 4, whatever standard angles, put that value. See, the part of doing this is what? Simplifying. So whatever I can take out the trigonometric ratio, that should be my preference, correct or not? So I just took out. Cos 60 is nothing but 1 by 2 minus cos 20 and sin 80. I am presuming you have the list of formulas with you and apply it properly. Any message, please, through WhatsApp, you can just convey the message, okay, and try to work out with that. Now, first thing, now once you finish with this, see, I put a standard angle cos 60 here, I am very. Now this 2, I will find the LCM, then only you can take it out. So this will become root 3 upon 8, because 4 2s are 8, this is 1 minus 2 cos 20 into sin 80. I found the LCM, then I took the 2 out. So root 3, I am nearing this 3 upon 16. Be careful. Now once you finish with this, my job is over. I mean to say not over. There is a problem. What is the problem? I tell you. Open the bracket. There is no other option I can do. Think about simplification except opening the bracket. So what will happen now? Root 3 upon 8. 1 into sin 80 is sin 80 minus 2 cos 20 sin 80. 2 cos sin is subtraction of sin. I will prove my point. See, 2 cos sin. Now see, 2 cos sin. So if I subtract here minus plus, then it will become 2 cos sin, matlab subtraction of sin, That's the way you have to look at this question, okay? Pay attention now. How to apply the formula I am telling you. 2 cos sin. So anyway, I am writing this now. Root 3 upon 8. This I can't do anything. So I can apply 2 cos sin is subtraction of. So sin of a plus b. Sin of a plus b. Right, minus sin of a minus b, 20 minus 80 sin of minus 60. Now wait, this is a troublesome thing. The sin of minus theta in compound multiple I had shared with you, sin of minus is minus sin theta. So minus of minus will become plus. So I just take, this will become plus. Now I am happy, you know why, I will tell you. Sin 60, what is sin 60? Root 3 by 2. I agree, you also agree. So sin 60, if I put root 3 by 2, now tell me root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 8 is what? 3 by 16. That means this has to cancel each other, then only I can get the answer. So I just want to share with you something. Okay, sin 80 and sin 100, why it cancels, I will tell you. You take any ratio. So suppose if I take sin 100. Now sin 100 I can write as sin of 180 minus 80. So 180 and 360, the ratio remains the same. Right? So sin 180 minus theta is sin theta, and the second quadrant, so second quadrant it is positive. So sin 80. So this is sin 100 is same as sin 80. So from here I can say root 3 by 8, this is sin 80 minus this sin 100, just now I calculated, what is it? Is it 3 by 16? There is some formula error there. 1 minute. cos of a plus b minus cos of a minus b, but it will be the same thing, 1 minus there is some sign signature problem there, so sign issue. So just check the formula whether it should be minus or 2 sin a sin b, 2 sin a sin b is reverse, right? So cos 40 minus 20, I got cos 20, 2 cos a sin b is subtraction of sin. So sin a plus b minus sin a plus b, so minus of minus become plus here, so this will become plus, sorry, this will become minus, and this, that's the error which I did, 1 minute. Now here I just do not changing the signature here, this is plus actually. Say this is, it was minus here for me, okay, so this became plus minus, after I change to minus it become minus here. So once you finish with this, this will become plus or minus sin 100 now. So check the formula where we applied something fishy there, minus sin 100 plus minus plus sin 60, so plus root 3 by 2. So now I'm okay with it. So what happened now, sin 80 and sin 100 will get cancelled, root 3 upon 82, root 3 by 2 is nothing but 3 upon 16, that is RHS. Okay, please apply the formula properly, because if this slight error is there, you have to confirm that what is the mistake, you have to really have to find that and try to work out. So cos C minus cos D, cos C minus, you can apply the cos C minus cos D, don't do it, half, I got it, okay, fine. Actually it is, in this case, best way I will tell you what to do this reverse, take it here and take this cos 60 plus 20 this side, I mean to say cos 40 plus 20 this side. So this is actually, instead of doing all this final adjustments, what I suggest is apply the formula properly. Okay, I'll just tell you the formula there. Okay, now specifically when there is sin there is a problem. Okay, so what is the problem? The 2 sin a sin b, 2 sin a sin b is equal to, okay, so what you can do is cos of C minus D cos A plus B minus sin minus cos B minus A. So be careful about this working. Formulas are very, very important, otherwise you will really mess up with the calculation skills. So it's not difficult, it is, we will be doing the application of this quite a lot, so don't worry, as we go on we will see to this. Just have a look at this particular solution and then we will go to the next question quickly. Fast. Go through that. Next one, I'll come to the formula part again, don't worry, we have a lot of opportunity to do it. Now here something is very important, I really want to have a look at this question now. Find the domain of the function. Okay, now question arises when there is a sum of two functions, then what is the domain? Okay, what is the domain? The sum of two functions will be the common domain of this both together. Okay. Now what is domain? Domain is all that thing which makes it defined. Defined means it makes it meaningful. Okay. Now root of any function. Now suppose if I say root of a function, say fx, a function, root of any function. So tell me when the function is defined. First thing, the function should be greater than or equal to 0. Do you agree with this? Because this fx cannot be negative. Tell me, root of minus 3, is it defined? No, it is not defined. So domain are all those values which will keep. So for root, this is the general thing. That is, this function has to be either 0 or positive value. Understanding or not? So in place of this, I can tell you this also. For example, second thing, now root is fine, root ka domain, I will explain to you very nicely. So second thing is what? Suppose if it is 1 upon x. So tell me what is the domain? What is the domain of this? Domain means what are the values that x can take? So x can take all values, no? Except 0, because 1 upon 0 is not defined. So fraction, the denominator should not be 0. In root sign, the inside part should not be 0, should not be negative. I mean to say, root of something is that inside part should not be negative. So then I will say defined, correct or not? So pay attention now, okay. So I will just mention this, root of x. So here x will not be 0. So x will be belonging to real numbers except 0. Okay, domain. Now in this case, x cannot be, x is greater than or equal to 0, x cannot be negative. So based on this has to be worked out. Okay, very simple, I will tell you how to do that. First thing is, whenever if they ask you to find the domain, suppose, okay, I will just break this sum and make it simpler. Suppose if I say find the domain of, okay, I am changing the question, find domain of root of 4 minus x. And second question, it is say 1 upon root of x square minus 1. Okay, I am finding the domain now of each one separately. Now pay attention very carefully. First of all, let us talk about this. Now this is the numerator, so I have no issue at all. But it is root of something. So root of something means the domain is always greater than or equal to 0. Why? Because this 4 minus x cannot be negative. That means I can say 4 minus x should be greater than or equal to 0. So in short, x will be less than or equal to 4. Do you agree with this? That means as soon as x becomes 5, okay, x becomes 5, this 4 minus x will become negative. So root of negative is not defined. So domain is nothing but this x, this is my x now. So this x is greater than or equal to 0 as per the definition. So what happens? X is less than 4. Now you remember, so what is the domain of this? This is, if you see the number line, this is minus infinity, this is plus infinity, and this is 4. So means what? This is the domain for this particular function. Matlab all the values you can say it is minus infinity to close interval 4, because 4 is included here, that is why this is the case, minus infinity to 4. Now let us talk about this now. This is now this is slightly becoming complicated now. Okay. Now first thing, it is 1 upon something. 1 upon something. So that means the denominator should not be 0. That is important, right? So if the denominator is not equal to 0, that means x square is not equal to 1. X square should not be equal to plus or minus 1. Do you agree? X should not be equal to plus or minus 1. Why? Because the denominator should not be 0. Now this was x square minus 1, and at the same time one more condition is there in this, because it is inside root sign. It is inside root sign. That means also x square minus 1 should be greater than 0, not equal to. Why? Because if you cannot have x square minus 1 0, so it should be greater than 0. So that means it is x square is greater than 1. X square is greater than 1 means what? X square minus 1, or you can directly say is not equal to 0. So hold on, okay, I'll just share with you something. 1 minute. Instead of doing this, I'll just tell you a shortcut. I've already done, okay, I've already done the question. So what is the domain? Just see this part clearly. So in this case, domain, think properly and tell me what will be the domain. I give you 1 minute for it. See, there are two conditions here. First is 1 upon this. So root of x square, this cannot be 0. Root of something cannot be 0. So the denominator cannot be 0. So that's why root not equal to 0. Second thing, I can say x square minus 1 is greater than 0. So from here it is x square greater than 1. So x is greater than, x square minus 1 will be greater than 0. That is x square minus 1 is greater than 0. And I can say this is x minus 1, x plus 1 greater than equal to 0. Right? And by number line, you want me to tell you shortcut now? Shortcut means I'll just tell you how the domain is formed. Okay, just see. Now minus 1, write in ascending order, plus 1. Okay, so there is thing called testing method, but there is no need to complicate this thing. So x cannot be plus 1 and minus 1, I mean to say. Okay, so very important, and it cannot be 0 also, because the denominator cannot be 0. So if you look at this, 0 is over here. Okay, now what is this? This is minus infinity, this is plus infinity. So this is minus infinity to minus 1, and this is and 1 to infinity. I hope you got this point clear. Now combine this. What will be the value here now? See the domain. Now if you take a common number line, so I am taking common number line. Now there is minus infinity, there is minus 1, and there is 4, and there is infinity. I am combining it. Okay, now look. So if you look at minus infinity to 4, so minus infinity to 4 means I am just putting this here as it is not inclusive. Minus infinity to 4, and this is minus infinity to minus 1, and then 1 to infinity. Here there is 1 also. So 1 to infinity. Now tell me out of this what is common. So this is common, this region is common, minus infinity to 1 and 1 to 4. So this is my final domain. What I will do is today I will try to work 3-4 sums for you on this domain part. Okay, because I know there is a slightly confusion here. There is no need to confusion. See, it is 1 upon a function. A function cannot be equal to 0. Why? Because 1 upon 0 is not defined. So x square minus 1 cannot be equal to 0. So x square is not equal to 1. So x is not equal to plus or minus 1. That I am sure. So round bracket implies it is not equal to plus or minus 1. So that's what I told. The domain of this is this. The domain of this is this. Now if there is a combination, look at the sum is plus. So combination of this domain will be the common domain in both. That will be the answer. So that's why I wrote minus infinity to 1. If you take a number line and place this critical points 4, minus 1, 1 and then find it, I think that will work wonders. So minus infinity to minus 1, sorry, here it is minus 1 because See, minus infinity to minus 1 is common. So, here it is minus 1, right, and then what happens now? From here it is 1 to 4. This is common in both, this is common in both, right, this is common and this is common. This is not common, so this is left out. So, that is why it has come minus into minus 1, 1 to 4, right. So, I hope you got this point clear. Be careful, I will solve 2-3 sums specifically on domain and post it to you on WhatsApp if possible by today evening, okay. So, I hope you got this point. We will do some more questions on this as we go on, but let us see the next part, because my focus is today trigonometric functions and compound multiple angles. Well, I do not know how much your teacher, because this is the in depth of domain. I do not know whether your teacher has taught the domain in depth. Okay, if she has taught, then I think this is a cup of tea. Next question. Okay, now this is something important there. When I look at the question, I always have a point key how to start with the question, how to solve the question. So, it is the proving part. If you see carefully, prove that they are telling tan of 4x, right, is equal to 4 tan x. Now, to solve this is out of question, and this also is out of question. You know why? Because we have the formula for sin 2x, we have the formula for cos 2x, we have the formula for tan 2x. This is important. Okay, so slightly difficult to work out. Okay, but I will tell you one formula there. Remember, we have the formula for sin 2 theta, tan 2 theta. So, tan 2 theta is nothing but 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. This we had seen in the list of formulas which is given to you. Now, the question arises, sir, what I do, I do not know what to do, under what to do with us. Now, pay attention now. Now, how I do? Let us take LHS now. LHS tan 4x. I do not have any formula for tan 4x. That is first thing you have to keep in mind. Now, listen very carefully. What I can do in this is, I can write this as tan of twice of 2x, correct? So, that is what it is. Now, this x is 2x for me. So, tan 2x. So, apply the same formula here. So, tan 2x, this is my theta. Okay, so instead of saying, you can say, if I put the formula in terms of theta, it will be better. It will be, you will understand it better. 1 second, wait. Tan 2 theta is nothing but 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. Now, you will understand better. Just see, this is my theta, because 4x I can write 2 into 2x, 2 into, so 2 theta. So, tan 2 theta is nothing but 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. Done? Now, wait. Again, I have the formula for tan 2 theta. So, this 2 I can write as it is. This is tan 2 theta. I can apply again this same formula inside. So, this will become 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta upon, look at the denominator. See, I will just tell you the value. So, actually this is tan square 2x. Iska matlab kya? This is tan 2x whole square. Agree? So, tan 2x whole square. So, tan 2x whole square is 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x whole square, correct? So, I can write this 1 as it is minus tan square 2x is nothing but 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x whole square. हो गया? You get this like this. Just see how. Now, okay, I hope you got this point clear. So, actually I just want to, I will just write it over here. Okay. Now, if I find the LCM there, I am writing it here. Okay, this will be 4 tan x upon 1 minus tan square x upon, now see what is happening. If I find the LCM, so this will become 1 minus tan square x square, 1 minus tan square x, because this square applies to both numerator and denominator, right, minus 2 tan x whole square upon 1 minus tan square x whole square. Understand what I did? Very simple simplification. This square applies to both. So if I find the LCM, this is 1 minus tan square x square will go up here, right, minus 2 tan x whole square as it is upon this thing. Now eventually what is going to happen? Just see, this 1 minus tan square will get cancelled, 1 will get cancelled. This will go up. You are coming to this now. My job is over. 1 minus tan square will go to the numerator. So what will happen now? This is 4 tan x. This 1 minus tan square x will go up upon, what is left out? Let us see. That is a minus b whole square. So what is a minus b whole square? A minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square, and this part as it is, minus 4 tan square x. Now look at this, minus 2 tan square x minus 4 tan square become minus 6 tan square x. So this will become 4 tan x as it is, 1 minus tan square x upon, this is 1 as it is, minus 2 and minus 4, minus 6 and plus tan 4x. Don't you think it is the same formula is equal to RHS? Okay, now it's a difficult question. It is difficult. What I did, let me just tell you. LHS tan 4x, I got it. Now tan 4x, I don't have any formula. 4x, I have formula for tan 2x, tan 3x. Okay, so tan 2x ko, you know, sir, tan 2 theta, I wrote this formula here. Tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. So what I did, I converted it into this format. So this is my theta now. This is my theta. Tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. That's it. But again, if you see, again tan 2 theta, I can apply the formula. After the basic maths I did not do anything of the concept. I did basic maths, LCM karke, I simplified it, I got the RHS. So always remember, in any part of the sum, it's a difficult question, so I will definitely put a star here. Okay, it's not difficult. Not difficult means one should understand, because there is no way I can solve this out at all. There is no way I can solve this out at all. So a 6 tan square breaking will be it's a big headache for me. Yeah, so I think better go for the left to right. So it's a difficult one, but understand, this is what maths is, you know, when you find that you cannot really work out, still there is a way out of every sum. Well, I don't expect you to learn it today itself, but definitely in the coming months, the board will coming with the exams, so at that time you will be able to understand what we do. We will be doing a lot of practice about it, but now this time I think we could not move out faster with this, but I will just ensure if in the next exam I will be definitely moving with the pace of the institution what you have. Now I hope you got this message clear. This is the way you use the pattern, you go with the sum. Okay, so please listen to the explanation again and again on this lectures. It will be available on the YouTube for today. Okay, you can refer this particular question again and again. Next one. This is a slightly difficult question now. I will tell you what it is. Pay attention now. Very, very important formula. Okay, because you know what is the pattern of this question. I will just tell you. Now, this formula is based on a very important standard of formula which is used in class 12 very frequently. What is that? I will tell you. See, 1 plus cos 2x is nothing but 2 cos square x. Okay. Now, this is the double angle formula which you had seen in your school textbook also. Very important formula. Register kar do. Now, if okay, now let me think as a student. If I look at this particular question, that I like prove that is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, it's a big tough task for me, no doubt about it. Okay, so big task. Sin a plus b out of question, sin a minus b out of question, cos a plus b out of question, cos, because in that formula, if you remember the first question what we saw, if you look at the formula here, there is no square involved here. So these formulas are out of question. You understand my point? These formulas are out of question, because if you look at that particular question which I gave just now, it was in terms of square. So this is out of question. So don't look at this question at all. It is square. So this is the only formula where you have square term. So if I want to take this 2 down, so cos square x, I'll just making it very simple for you. Okay. So if I take this 2 down, so upon 2. Finish, my job is over. Instead of say, you can say cos 2 theta, it becomes simpler. So that, so 1 plus cos 2 theta, cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2, based on the standard formula of 1 plus cos 2 theta, which you are going to very frequently use in class 12. Very simple formula it is. So pay attention now. What I am going to do is, cos square theta, I am talking about LHS, okay. Very carefully. Cos square theta is what? 1 plus cos 2 theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta, this is my theta, upon 2, plus, again this is my theta now. So cos square theta, same formula, 1 plus cos 2 theta, theta is x plus pi by 3 upon 2, plus cos square theta, again cos square theta, 1 plus cos 2 into theta upon 2. This is my LHS which I got over here. Okay. Now once you finish with this, you have to really think properly now. This 2 denominator I can take out. See, this is a number which has come, matlab it has been taken common outside. So this 1 upon 2 I can take out and see what is left out. This will be 1 plus cos 2x plus 1 plus cos, this will become 2x plus 2 pi by 3 plus 1 plus cos 2x minus 2 pi by 3, 2 pi by 3. Okay. Now upon 2 I had already taken outside. So what happened now? Look at the numbers, 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is 3. So half 3 plus cos 2x plus cos of 2x plus 2 pi by 3 plus cos of 2x minus 2 pi by 3. Now there are many ways to do after this. So it's a simple working and not difficult one. I am just okay, I just take this out now because I really don't want this. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let us not waste time. Now hold on. What I am trying to tell you. You know, the teacher must have told you some formula, cos of a plus b into cos a plus b. So you can't do that formula. Sorry, this you cannot use this formula at all. Now tell me what you will do next. Now hold on. Now what I am trying to tell you is, can you try, now look at this, this is a plus b, a minus b, okay. Now what I will do is, for this portion, cos c plus cos d, cos c plus cos d, I can apply the formula, just see, 1 by 2 as it is, 3 plus cos 2x plus, now for this I am applying the formula, cos c plus cos d, addition of cos will be cos cos, so what will happen now, 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. I hope cos c plus cos d, so remember the formula there, cos c plus cos d is 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. That's the formula I applied here. So because you know it is very complicated in nature. I paired specifically this because this is, you know, if you do this, many things will get cancelled. So in this case what will happen, 2 pi by 3 will get cancelled with this, 2x will get cancelled with this, my job is over. Just see what happens now. So this is 1 by 2, 3 plus cos 2x, wait, just pay attention. Now if you look at this, 2x plus 2x, don't cancel this, 2x plus 2x is 4x, 4x upon 2 is 2x, so 2 cos 2x, 2 as it is, this will become cos 2x, because 2x plus 2x is 4x upon 2x. Now here if you see this carefully, what will happen, cos 2 pi by 3 plus 2 pi by 3, so 4 pi by 3 upon 2, 2 pi by 3. Finish. My job is almost over. My job is almost over. Now you look at this particular. See, I want 3 by 2. That means these two terms has to cancel each other. These two terms has to cancel each other. So I think cos 2 pi by 3 will be 1. Now you might answer, from where you got, did you get a dream? No, I didn't get a dream. 2 pi by 3 is a standard value. So I will just tell you how I get this. See, cos 2 pi by 3. Now cos 2 pi by 3, I can write this as cos of, what I can do is, pi minus pi by 3. I can write this or not, cos pi minus pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3, because if I find the LCM there, 3 pi minus pi is 2 pi. You might say, how you got it? Otherwise what is best I will tell you. Okay, suppose it doesn't strike you, but I know this is an angle. What is the angle here? Just see. See here, it was this, right? So it is cos 120, because 180 upon 3 is 60, 60 into 2 is 120. So this I can write cos of 180 minus 60. So this is minus cos 60, that is minus half. Are you yes or no, understanding or not? Right? Great. So cos 2 by 3 is minus half. So what happens here? From there working, I showed you here. So cos 180 minus theta is second quadrant. The ratio remains the same, cos 60, and this will be negative. So minus half. Put this value here because this is standard value. That's why I am taking it. Instead of doing that Rama and Mahabharata. So what happens? Just see now. So half 3 plus cos 2x. Now pay attention now. Plus 2 into cos 2x as it is, and cos 2 pi by 3. What is cos 2 pi by 3? Minus half. Finish. This 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, plus cos 2x minus cos 2x, 3 upon 2 will be the final answer, which is equal to RHS. Okay, now you might ask me, sir, so many complications here. There is no complication. I will just share with you what I did. Whenever you have cos square x, remember this formula. 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. I took this 2 down. So because there is no formula for square at all except this adjustment. So cos square theta, I applied the formula is 1 plus cos 2 theta. My theta is x here. In this case my theta is this. So cos square theta. Apply the formula there. So that's why then once you finish with this, 1 plus 1 plus 1 will become 3. A plus b, a minus b. I paired this and this together. Cos c plus cos d formula. I applied for the cos c plus cos d formula. What is cos c plus cos d? Addition of cos. 2 cos c plus d by 2. C plus d by 2. This is c plus d by 2. And cos c minus, I opened up cos d by 2. Minus cos d by 2. Okay, keep that in mind. And then I cancelled out fatapat and solved it out very easily. So even you see this, I don't know whether to share with you something important, but this is one of the most difficult sum which the teacher would prefer not to solve. Honestly, I tell you. Okay, so I don't know whether they are going to put this for the paper or not, but whenever you have square, remember this formula is, register this and apply is comparatively to this part. I hope you got this point clear. So just have a look at this question. Next question will wait for you for 2 minutes. Yes, absolutely. You cannot pair any number, you cannot pair any number, but you have to just see whether it becomes compatible angles, like 4x plus 2x, 3x, 4x plus 2x upon 2 will become 3x. So 3x, then accordingly you have to just see. But in one step you will understand, because see, after pairing up and applying the formula, that common part also comes up. Okay, that means your pairing is okay. Otherwise, no. Keep that in mind. Okay, then for the fourth question, going from RHS to LHS is allowed subject to you are able to prove it. Okay, but for me I felt that left to right would be more easier because that tan 2 theta formula was much easier for me. Then Anusha also, I think what she said absolutely correct. It is plus cos 20 minus cos 60. That's right, Anusha. Okay, just apply that formula rightly on your own. You will definitely get that point clear. Okay, so next question, let us wait. I'm sorry, I just saw the message just now. I'm just responding to that. Next question comes up now. I think today is a very bad day for you all, right? Because I think all the difficult questions I had put across on the screen and I'm just trying to work out with you all. Okay, I would suggest that stick to your textbook. That is really going to help you out because that level of sum is definitely much lower than these level of sum. Okay, now anyway, now this is both the angles there, cos A plus B, m cos A minus B, and no, something is missing there in this question. No. There is something missing in this question. It is actually prove that m plus 1 upon m minus 1 tan theta is equal to cot theta, cot psi. This is what the form, this is what the proof, because the m is there, m. Okay, now this is the proof. Please change. Prove that this is, I think I have to just check it out. Either is m minus 1. Okay, let us see. Okay, now what is given to me, using the given information, I have to prove this out. Using the given information, I have to prove this out. So how I do that? Pay attention now. So what I will do is cos of, I am just writing this out properly for you all. Cos of, okay, what I will do now, if you look at this proof, there is no hint, okay, because they are asking us prove that m plus 1 upon m minus 1 into tan theta is cot psi. Both angles are different. This is for tan theta. Okay. Now the point is m plus 1 upon m minus 1. There is no case of getting m plus 1 m minus 1. So what I am going to do, I take this over here. Cos of theta plus psi upon cos of theta minus psi is equal to m upon 1. Okay, m upon 1. I should have taken a and b. Easily you would have understood this because the notations are very similar in nature. So anyway, coming to the point, let me see what is the proof. What I did, this is the given information, so I separated m. Now if you look at it, I want m plus 1, m minus 1. In class 10, these are two ratios, a upon b is equal to c upon d, and I want m plus 1 upon m minus 1. So can you do that applying componendo dividendo? You remember, so applying componendo dividendo, what will happen? Cos of theta plus psi plus phi upon cos A is equal to n plus 1 upon m minus 1. Our job is over. I'll tell you how. Cos C plus cos D. Cos C plus cos D. What is cos C plus cos D? 2 cos C plus D by 2. 2 cos C plus D by 2 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Same thing like the previous question, upon cos C minus cos D. Shortcut बता रहा आपको. Cos C minus cos D is minus 2 sin C plus D by 2. Same thing, C plus D by 2 sin, as I put minus sign, sin C minus D by 2. C minus D by 2, sorry. Cos C minus cos D is minus 2 sin C plus D by 2, C minus D. Now see what I can cancel there. Okay, I wrote a bracket here so that you don't get confused. So what I cancel, look at this now. In this case, this will get cancelled. In this case, theta will get cancelled. In this case, this will get cancelled. In this case, theta will get cancelled. Now I am writing this again. Now very carefully I want you to observe this 2 also will get cancelled, right? Okay, I want to check this proof what it is, but anyway I will come to that way later on. Minus 2 sin C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Okay, let me just check. Okay, so pay attention here. So this will become cos theta plus theta 2 theta upon 2 cos theta. This will become cos psi upon minus sin D minus C by 2. So this will become plus here. So cos theta cos psi, this is sine 2 theta by 2 sine theta, and here this will become sine psi. Now wait, okay, I forgot what, okay, which is equal to m plus 1 upon m minus 1. So I think my job is over. Now look, cos psi upon sin psi will become cot phi. Now this upon, I can write tan theta is equal to m plus 1 upon m minus 1. So what happens, cross multiply, cot psi will be equal to m plus 1 upon m minus 1 into tan theta. That's what they are asking us to prove. Think properly here. Think properly. One minute, I'll just clarify this. C plus D by 2 and C minus D by 2. Because that minus sign will not go, that's the point. C minus D by 2. One second, let me just check this question. Just give me 1 minute. Just a second, children. Just check on. Yes, that's what, there is a small error there. I was just wondering, because this minus will not go. I will just tell you the formula for cos C minus cos D, because there is a confusion about it. So there is a minus sign here. So, okay. Now in the proof, what you have to prove is it is m minus 1 upon m plus 1. Okay, so there was a minus sign here. Okay, so minus here, right? Now, if I take the minus sign this side, this will become like this. Okay, and when I apply the minus sign to this, okay, so minus goes this side. So this I can write as cot psi equal to, remember this is like this into this thing. So reverse it out, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 or m minus 1. So minus m minus 1. So you can just reverse this out carefully and then do it. Cos theta will be okay, 1 minute children, 1 minute. This proof, it is 1 minus m upon 1 plus m. Now I will get it. 1 minute, let me just clear it out to you. There was some error in the question, not error in the question, I typed it wrong. I typed it wrong, that's the reason. So actually this is the proof what you have to do, okay. So 1 minute. Now let me just, okay, once it is over now listen. I want 1 minus m. I want 1 minus m, okay. I want 1 minus m. So what I am going to do is, if I take 1 minus m here and this there is no problem. So can I write like this, see this, cot upon minus tan theta is equal to, now this is m plus 1 upon, if I put a minus sign here I can write 1 minus m, okay. 1 minute Baba, yeah, something is missing. 1 second, actually I will confirm this question there. I really don't know why I did that bloody error. 1 minus m upon 1 plus m tan theta. Tan theta is equal to, what I have to prove, okay, I got this question there. It is prove that tan theta is equal to, oh, okay, I got the proof there. Now let us write it properly there one better. The proof part, they are telling us everything is okay, we are not wrong at all, okay, there is no need for this, okay, minus minus will become, okay. What they are asking us to prove is, they are asking us to prove, be careful, prove that tan theta is equal to 1 minus m upon 1 plus m into cot psi. This is what exactly the sum is. Okay, I am sorry for this small mistake in this, we are really waste 5 minutes for that. Now I think my work is over. I did 1 minus m over here, okay, and I put a minus sign. So both side minus will automatically will become plus. Now cross multiply. So this will become 1 minus m upon 1 plus m cot theta, cot psi is nothing but tan theta. This is what exactly the proof is. So we are not wrong at all, this minus will be there. Okay, now I want you to remember this formula, because I think we are going mistake here. Cos C minus cos D is minus 2 sin C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Please copy down this formula, because I think this part is, we are finding compounding whenever it is cos C minus cos D, it is minus 2 sin C plus D by 2. In the textbook what they are given, there is no minus sign, there is sin C plus D by 2, and this they did D minus C. So remembering C plus D and then D minus C, just remember C plus D upon 2, C minus D upon 2, but with a minus sign. Please remember this formula, because I think here in this formula application only we are going haywire. Okay, no problem. See, difficulties will be there, we will have an obstruction, but overcoming that obstruction is our goal today, not to sit on top, right? So keep that in mind. So take it out quickly, that formula. Yeah, that is also okay. Reverse the term and then do it. That's fine. No, that's a good way of doing it. Next one. Now this sum yesterday, we had done some sums. but I was not happy with that working, but definitely it was the correct one which we did. But I'll just complete this type of question when there are 3 events are there, and then you'll come to know. Look at this. Out of 100 students, 15 passed in English, 12 passed in mathematics. So 15 passed in English. So number of students who passed in English is 15. Number of students who passed in mathematics is 12. Number of students who passed in science is 8. N of S is 8. I am reading the question, I am writing the data. Right. Then they are telling 6 in English and. Remember one thing, this means and this means or. Keep that in mind. Okay, always. So they are telling N of S. So 6 in English and mathematics. So N of English and maths is 6. Then 7 in maths and science. Maths and science is 7, and N of English and science. English and science is 4. And 4 passed in all 3. They passed in maths and science and English. So N of M and English and science is nothing but 4. My point to tell you here is that Venn diagram will help you to solve these type of sums like this. I told you in word problems in set, definitely 4 marks. I have a good possibility that you will get the sum on 4 marks. But there are 3 events now, English, maths and science. So I told you what you do, draw the figure first. So English, maths and science. So you can just say English, maths and science. Listen very carefully now how I put the values. Okay, now I am not go for English full. Now pay attention, 15 have passed in English. So first let us take the common portion. I told you in Venn diagram put the common portion, that is always help you out. E intersection M. First of all, this is M and E and C, maths and English and science. So look at this, English, maths, science. So maths, English and science. So this is 4 already. This is common in all 3, na? So maths, English and science common. Listen very carefully. Now this data is written. Now let us talk about this data. English and science. Now English and science is here. English and science, how many are there total? 4. So this is English and this is science. Already 4 is there. So this will be 0. Because English and science, look, only English now and science together. The common is 4. That's what I wrote here. Because the 4 is already mentioned, it is common for all 3. Then maths and science is 7. Maths and science, look, this is maths full, this is science full. Total common is 7. So out of that 4 is already given, so this will be 3. Okay, pay attention now. Then English and maths. English and maths 6. So 4, this is 2. Now hold on. English is 15. Total English is 15. This full English is 15. So 4, 5, 6. How much is there? 9. Because this full is English, na? So 9, 10, 11 plus 4, 15. So the full English will become 15. Similarly, maths is 12. Maths is 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3. Science is 8. Now 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 0. This full is science. So this is 1. Once you are able to bifurcate and put the values here right away, I challenge you, this question will pass down like 9 pins, will fall down like 9 pins. Let us take the first question. They are telling how many students, pay attention, they are telling how many students passed in English and mathematics, passed in English and mathematics and not science. That means what? They passed only in English and maths. So English and maths, this region is English and maths, because this is for all 3, passing in all 3. So this 2, this common region 2. So passing, this is 2. Passed in English and maths 2. First one. First is 2. Second, What is second? Past in mathematics and science. Past in mathematics and science, but not in English. How many are there? 3. 3. Simple. Then past in mathematics only. Now look at this. Past in mathematics only. Which is the only part of mathematics? This is the only part of mathematics. So 3. Again 3. Done. And last one. Past in more than one subject. Think properly. Past in more than one subject means the common region. Right or not? So past in more than, because see, this is past in both the subjects, this is past in all the 3 subjects, this is past in these 2 subjects. So more than one subject means what? All the common. 4 plus 3 plus 2. How much is this? 9. So interesting. I again tell you children, whenever you have a word problem in set, I suggest don't think anything, just draw the Venn diagram and kill the sum. Doing the Venn diagram is 100% more easier than working with the formula based sum. Keep that in mind. I hope you got this message clear. Okay? Got the point? Okay, just have a look at this particular question, please. One last question we will do. This is a simple question actually. 1 minute, I just want to do something. This was a question of trigonometric function which I really want to take further. Find the values of theta between 0 and 360 if sine square theta is 3 by 4. Very simple now. First, remember these type of sum we are done in trigonometric. Find 6 angles between 0 and 720. Find angle between 0 and 360. So remember that thing. That's the point. So it's same question between 0 and 360. That sine square theta is given to you. Is 3 by 4. So sine theta will be plus minus root 3 by 2. So this is what given in the question. Okay. Now how to understand, how to deal with the question, I will tell you. Sine theta is positive, negative, means all the 4 quadrants, because sine is positive here and negative here. So all the 4 quadrants you have to say. Draw the right angle triangle first. So it is root 3 by 2. By the way, what I want? Oh, I don't want the right angle triangle here. Now standard angle. What is the standard angle? Theta. What will be theta from here? If sine theta. See, plus minus sign only tells you which quadrant it is. Okay. So both quadrant, all quadrant you have to consider, because there is plus and minus. Because sine square theta is 3 by 4. So sine theta is root 3 by 2. But plus minus. So plus minus is nothing but all the 4 quadrants. So all the 4 quadrants means what? Here it will be theta. Here it will be pi minus theta. Here it will be pi plus theta. And here it will be 2 pi minus theta. Be careful about this. Okay. Now hold on. So sine theta is root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 is 60 degree. 60 degree. So first quadrant theta is 60. Theta 1. This is second quadrant. So second quadrant 180 minus 60. Theta 2. It is pi minus 60. This is nothing but 120. Theta 3 is pi plus 60. That is 180. So what? 180 plus 60, 240. Sorry. Calculation errors. 180 plus 240. And finally theta 4 is nothing but 360 minus 60 is 300. Remember this pi is 180. If you are getting confused, you can remove this out. This is 180, 180. So understand this. This is 180 theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, and 360 minus theta. Once I get the value of theta, other angles will. So 60 degree, 120 degree, 240 degree, and 300. Remember, the sign tells you the quadrants. The value gives you the angle. As simple as this thing. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, I hope you got this message clear. So next one. This was a good question in compound multiple angles. Definitely I have a suggestion that they might ask you for 1 mark or 2 mark. They had given us a plus b is equal to 225. And they are asking you to prove something in terms of tan. Whereas in the given information there is no tan at all. Can you take and put tan into it by taking tan on both the sides? So tan of a plus b is equal to tan 225. Now we are done trigonometric functions of any magnitude of any angle we can find. So tan of a plus b, you know the formula. This is tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b is equal to, this I can write tan of 180 minus 45, 180 plus 45. Third quadrant, the ratio remains the same. So this I can write as tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b is equal to tan 180 plus 45. 180, the ratio remains the same, and 180 plus 45, third quadrant, tan is positive, so tan 45. Now what is tan 45? 1. Cross multiply, you prove it. If I cross multiply, this will become tan a plus tan b is equal to 1 minus tan a tan b. Take this side, take this side. I will be able to prove this out now. So tan a plus tan b is equal to 1 minus. I already proved tan a plus tan b. So the question here, what is the point important is a plus b, this is given. This is given. I want in terms of tan, so that's why I multiplied both the side by tan. And become very easy. How simple it is. This is a standard formula, tan of a plus b. These are standard formula. Standard formula this is. If you remember, see tan of a plus b. Tan of a plus or minus b is tan of a plus or minus b upon 1 minus plus ab. This is a standard formula for tan. Plus ayato plus upon minus, minus means minus upon plus. Keep that in mind. I applied the formula here. I got the term proved. This is standard formula. So it's simple. It's not difficult at all. Keep that in mind. Okay. Next. Okay. Now we will apply the same formula now. Sin C plus sin D and all this stuff. Now this is a good question, but there are 4 ratios. I told you, as Lay rightly pointed out, the pairing part. Okay. What I can do? Look at the pattern. See, look at the angle. Theta plus 4 theta is 5 theta, 2 theta plus 3 theta is 5 theta. So what I will do, I will pair these two and these two. Why? Because theta plus 4 theta will become 5 theta, 2 theta plus 3 theta. So with that combination only you should pair. So let us see this part. I will just write this properly again. So I am talking about LHS. I will just write this cos theta plus cos 4 theta. I am arranging this plus cos 2 theta plus cos 3 theta. Similarly, in the denominator also, you can say sin theta plus sin 4 theta plus sin 2 theta plus sin 3 theta. Now let us look at the formula. Cos C, individual cos. So cos C plus cos D. Addition of cos is cos cos. Addition of cos is cos cos. So 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2 plus 2 cos c plus d by 2, okay, cos c minus, my god, it's a big working there, 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d, 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Okay, now this also I put in bracket upon sin c plus sin d, addition of sin is sin cos, 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2 plus again sin c plus sin d is 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Now just a second, I am writing in a very small format there. So if you look at this 2, 2, 2, 2, I can cancel this 2 after taking out common. Now look at this, this is cos phi theta by 2 cos, okay, I will just write it out, cos, this is phi theta by 2 into cos of minus is, this is nothing but cos 3 theta by 2 plus cos phi theta by 2 cos theta by 2 upon, remember this 2 belongs to angle, remember, sin phi theta by 2 cos 3 theta by 2 plus sin phi theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Now my job is over. If I take out common, look at the numerator, cos phi theta by 2 cos phi theta by 2. Can I take cos phi theta by 2 common? So cos phi theta by 2 common. What is left out here? Cos 3 theta by 2 plus cos theta by 2 upon, look at the denominator, I can take sin phi theta by 2 common, sin phi theta by 2, what remains here? Cos 3 theta by 2 plus cos theta by 2, cos 3 theta by 2 plus cos theta by 2. So finish, I can cancel this, and what is cos upon sin? Cot phi theta by 2, proved. So simple it is, individual trigonometric addition cos c plus cos d. Remember, for cos c minus cos d is minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. I written the formula. So this was a good sum actually, I wanted to pursue with that. Okay. So there were some few sums, that solution I will pass on to you all today hopefully. Yesterday I committed something but I did not complete it. But I hope you got this point clear, children. This is the way you deal with these sums. What I want to tell you, trigonometric function is an easy topic. Cover up that first. Compound multiple is slightly difficult topic. So tomorrow is the exam, so don't waste much time on that. Just go through the solved examples. I repeat my word, just go through the solved examples of compound multiple angles. Relation function also, I think you are almost comfortable with that. I would not say 100% but 50-60%. And set language, everybody knows what it is. Set language, I think you are fine. Relation function is almost, I would say 50-60%, 70% you know. Trigonometric function, do it properly. Compound multiple, refer the solved examples. You will not get time that much to look at the sums. But whatever I have done these are sums from the exercise also of compound multiple angles. Keep that in mind. Okay, so that's the important message. And one question which I wanted to say, remember one question was there, I had not put over here. No, that sum I did not put. These are all difficult question. So that's what. Anyway, as we go on, okay, remember one thing what you have to do. The conditional sum. If you remember the conditional sum, remember if sine theta is equal to minus 5 by say 3 by 5 and theta lies in some quadrant, how you will do the question? Draw a right angle triangle and then solve. Okay, keep that in mind. Draw a right angle triangle and then solve. Okay, I hope you got this point clear. So remember one thing, here it is 2x, 2x and tan 2x formula. Okay, I just completed theta form. So I hope you got an idea of what is going on, but follow my guidelines for preparing for tomorrow's exam. Set language, word problem and exercise sums or solve examples, you can look at it. Relation functions, go to the solve examples of relation functions also is okay. 1, 1, on 2 and all that stuff. Then what is important is this thing, trigonometric functions, angle and arc lengths. They are very simple. Angle and arc length, radians and degree, length of the arc, area of the sector. Then trigonometric function proofs are there, and 1 or 2 types of sum we are done. Compound multiple angles, I did more sums today because it has wide variety of application formula. So just keep that in mind. Okay, but go to solve examples of compound multiple nicely, because I believe the teacher will put something related to that only in your paper. So as and when it is. Okay, so thank you very much children for being with me. God bless you all, and I catch you up after the exam gets over. So I will just coordinate with one of you all and put in the group at when we will begin our classes. Might be this time we will rush a little bit and work out much before the exams. But one thing from my heart I am telling you, wish you all the best for tomorrow's exam. Just make an effort. Make an effort. This is the first exam of your class 11. So just make an effort and do what you feel best. Okay, this is not the end. Keep that in mind. Okay, and I am always there to help you out if you fall down somewhere. Okay, but remember, after every fall there is always a rise. Once again, thank you very much. God bless you children, and all the best for tomorrow's exam. Thank you. Okay, if you want to share this up, I will share this.